Generic greetings and welcome to Construction Plus Rimworld Alpha 9 Episode 1. This is something that I've been wanting to do for quite some time. Get back onto Rimworld because I used to feature it a lot on the channel and then I just sort of lost interest with it. It's like, you know, it is a game after all and these things can happen. I just lost interest with it, but thought the best thing to do was give it a break. So I haven't really played this game since, I think since about Alpha 6, or at least played properly. I think I did have a quick look at Alpha 7 and went, yeah, fair, and same thing. So obviously Alpha 8 and 9 have added new things in that, but I've been wanting to get back on this. I've been wanting to try it again. So we're going to do a brand new series on it, obviously go through and actually construct a colony, try and survive, and I do stress try because we don't know what's going to go on, and hopefully it'll be quite interesting. Build a big colony, and obviously have all the rooms in buildings, and there's a lot more things you can actually build now, so yeah. Hopefully it'll be good. A lot of people ask for this pretty much every video I make. They always put a comment saying, please do another series on Rimworld stroke Factorio. It's one of the two. It's one of the two that they ask for. Or both. I mean, I can't really do both. But yeah, let's give it a go, shall we? So I've already taken the liberty of creating another world. I used the seed of GSeed1234. So if you wanted to follow on, then that's the seed you need to put in. So we're just going to go to new colony. And then we're going to go for a Cassandra Classic colony, I think. We could go for a Phoebe base builder, but that's a little bit too easy, I think. We'll go for just a Cassandra Classic on casual, which does equate to a Phoebe base builder about mid-ground, I think. But the chances of getting swarmed are a little bit higher in Cassandra later on in the game, as far as I'm aware. Excuse me one moment. I just need a sip of beverage. Today's beverage requires a bit of a shake-up, and oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. That's Bell's Chesty Cough Compound with glycerin, lemon, and impactu something I can't really read. What it's good for is soothing of really bad throats, which is what I've got at the moment. So I apologise for my voice, but the show must go on and all that. The sacrifices I make for this channel, you wouldn't believe. Right, let's go to Cassandra Classic, Casual, next. Because Casual, it's 30% less violent, I guess, than the normal one. Actually, 60-odd% less violent, I think. So, I'm going to have a bit of a scroll around. We're going to check out where we can go. So, there's different types of terrain now. And I say different types of terrain now. Obviously, you might be looking at this going, oh, well, those terrain types have been in for a while. But based on what I last played, there's been a couple of additions. So, we've got completely frozen ice sheet, look, complete ice sheet, right? Growing period never, nothing ever grows there, so you have to survive with hydroponics. That's pretty much impossible to survive in there, as far as I'm aware. We've got some tundra, which is June to July is the only growing type, and you've got, you know, it's quite cold, so you have to warm things up. That's again another ice sheet. Then we've got boreal forest, which is, where's the growing time on that one? Oh, May to August. Okay, not bad. Getting better. Then we've got the temperate forest, which is, I guess, Rimworld Classic, isn't it? Also, we got a desert. We've got arid shrubland, and then we've got tropical rainforest. And that's where we're going to survive in. Okay? The reason we're going to do that is because there's a lot of wood available. There's also a fair amount of resources generally, and the growing period is all year round, so we won't really run out of food as far as I'm aware. However, one bad thing about the tropical rainforest is that it's warm. Spoiler alert, I don't know if you know this, but the tropical rainforest in general, in reality, is a little warm. It's very humid, and because of that, food will spoil very, very quickly. Also, if you get a heat wave, which you can get as one of the random events, people will start passing out and even die from heat stroke because it's so hot. So we'll have to place coolers and things like that. But we'll have enough resources to actually make the things we need. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. We just need to select a location. I think maybe just there, I think. I think that's fine there. Yeah, it's on a tropical rainforest, terrain small hills. We've got marble and granite around there, and it's all year round growing period. So we'll select the site, and we need to get our 3 housemates for the big brother colony. We've got a chef, Barrier, who's good at growing and construction. They've also got a passion for growing and cooking as well, so that's fine. We're going to keep them. Herbalist, we will probably... Oh, there's a housemate. Housemate for the Day 34 in the Big Brother house. I don't know why I'm putting that accent on, because I'm close to his accent anyway. Anyway, medicine. No. We do need someone who's good at building things. There's really good medicine. Look at that. Medicine of 13. Social of 11. Research of 9. And a bit of artistic and crafting as well. I think we'll go there. Then we need someone who's good at constructing and good at mining. There's a barkeep. Farmer. Constructing, growing, mining, bit of crafting in there. And shooting, very good at. I think we're going to go with that one. So, we have Jordan, Logan, Barrier. Let's click start, and we will jump in. So, where we land will determine what sort of thing I build and how quickly I build them. Let's click OK on that one. And then going, as the cryosleep sarcophagi land, we will pause the game and then survey our terrain. So, it's dark. We've got a couple of buildings, only like 1 thickness. So obviously they're from previous colonists or something. And there's nothing of real note apart from that. Okay. That there is a pre-made building. And I can pretty much guarantee you that inside that will be some cryo-sleep sarcophagi. What's in them, I have no idea. However, guarding that will be them horrible mechanical slugs and them stupid scythe razor worm things, both of which will kick the absolute arse out of my colonists. So, we are not, under any circumstances, opening that room. Yet. We will do it eventually. That's a long-term plan. But not now. No. Not a chance at all. So, where can we build? Well, there's some nice resources up there. That is actually marble. A lot of marble there. We've got some nice compacted steel. Over here, we've got a little bit of gold ore. Looks like we've got a bit of compacted steel there as well. Got a tiny building and then another building down there. Now, that is closed up. It might have something in it, but I don't think so. I don't think it's something that small. I don't think we'll have something in there that'll be interesting. That is a geothermal vent, which is good. I think where we are now is actually the perfect starting position, because we've got a geothermal vent, so we can research. Sort of, well, no, it's a steam geyser, but we can research geothermal power and actually shove that over there. We can tunnel into this mountain. We've got a lot of resources around here. And then eventually we can expand down to this open area. And then if we need to, we can head down to that thing and open that up at some point. So I think where we are is pretty much where we're going to stay for the time being. So, nice open area here. First things first, we're going to go to our zones and then to stockpile. And we're going to make a stockpile fairly large. We'll make it 10 by 6, about there. Then we'll unpause that. We'll actually designate all of these to be moved by our colonists. One thing I do want to do, however, is just check them. Go to our character tab and check. He's got shooting and melee at nothing, so we'll give him the knife. There we go. We'll equip a plasteel knife. And this person has got Beraria. Berea. Bera. It's Bera now. You're getting called Bera. Shooting a force, so we'll give him the pistol because I believe Drew Strapping Logan is going to give well, give him our rifle. Give him that rifle there because obviously the rifle is good. Right. So, we've got this little pop-up now, the adaptive tutorial thing is saying, you should build this, 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 and this. Yes, I understand. Right. We need colonist beds and such, so I think what we'll do, we'll go to structure, and obviously this is steel walls and things like that. You can right-click and change what you can actually build. So I don't think we want a silver wall. We'll probably have a wood wall for now. I think we're going to make most of our things out of wood. Now, the problem with that is that it burns well, but the advantage is that we have a lot of wood. So we can go around the buildings and change them at some point, but for the time being, we're going to use wood. So we do need to cut a lot of wood down, so we'll cut all that down. There we go. And then we will speed up to max speed, and they're going to chop all that down after collecting things and moving it over there. Oh my good grief, look at all this. loads of resources around here. That's perfect. So, we need to build a room, and we need to build colonist beds. So, I'm going to probably just go to wooden conduit wall. And then we will build a fairly large building over here. Now, this is going to be, I guess, our first of my first survival house, you could call it, really. And I want to actually do... I don't think I've built it big enough. I want to build it a little further up. Then we'll cancel that bit and then those bit there. There we go. Right, so we've got it all around this thing, and the reason for that, I'm actually going to open up then what I don't want them built, because I want to put wooden doors there, there, and there. Okay, and that's going to build sort of, well, this is going to build like an area around this block where we've got our storage. Just need to expand that storage. There we go. And the good thing about that is that we will keep it safe from all the things that go and try and eat it. And we'll add a no roof region around there. We don't want a roof around that. But this one we do, because obviously it's raining and that's not good. We need some power. We need some beds. So in here, I guess, is where we'll have most of that. Obviously the colonists are running around and sorting this out. We've got a lot of monkeys and stuff. There we go. There's a monkey. We've also got some adders. Cobra. And I believe we have some boar. Probably be some boar around the place. Let's have a quick look. Can't see any boar. There we go. Wild boar. Which, look really weird without legs. Yeah. Good grief. I don't want to laugh too much because, this throat, I'm just going to start coughing all the time. Oh, that's crazy. The boar with no legs. They're like a big slug. Although it's easier just to, yeah, you just run up to them with a pole, shove it straight through the mouth, out the back end, put it on a fire. There you go, instant spit roast. Right, we're finishing off that building there, so now it's closed up, which is good. And then we need to probably get some power up. Obviously, this is all. No, let's get some beds up first. This is all just the. We need, the very quick get it done sort of scenario here. So we're just going to get all of the basic stuff up first, and then, I mean, I could use my planning. You can see there's actually a plan tool now, and I will plan eventually, but not for the first couple of episodes at least, because we need to just survive. That's what it's about. So we need to get food, we need to get growing zone. That's one thing, growing zone. We need to get power, beds, things like that. So let's go to power and put a solar generator. Where do I want to put it? We could put a solar generator, but we've also got a wind turbine as well. But I think we're going to go with a solar generator. Obviously, the advantage of a solar generator is that it will pretty much, it will always produce power in the daytime, except when there's a solar flare or when it's pissing down like this. But basically, if it's daytime, you're pretty much going to generate some power. Wind turbine is a bit more random than that. It can turn on and off based on how much wind there is, and that's how a wind turbine works. So let us go to a solar generator, and we will place it probably, I think, there should do the job. Obviously, we need to connect that up to the grid around here. And then we'll place some batteries in this room. We'll go for a standing lamp just right in the center of the room there. That will do us. You can see there's no roof on that one, which is good. If we did put a roof on that one, it means we couldn't actually send stuff from the stockpile up to the ships when they come and visit and such. So that's why I've done that. Right, we'll go to our furniture, and then to steel bed, we'll change that to wooden. And then we will place the beds. Do I want to place them there? Or don't place them around the back? Yeah, I think we'll not do that. We'll cancel that. And we'll put the beds like that. There we go. And finally, we'll need to chop wood. Can I chop these yet? I cannot. Oh, I can chop the one inside. There we go. Obviously, a lot of these trees aren't ready for the chop, but I will order a chop of wood. There we go. We've also now got the lamp, which is good. We do not have any storage, however, so we do need some electricity storage. So power, battery, 1, 2, 3. I can only fit 3 in there, so I want to make it so we can put a fair few in. Hang on, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I think we'll put it along here. The batteries. There we go. Just 2 of them for the time being. We don't need too many at all. We just need a couple of. So, a lot of rain. Need meal resource. We've currently got no meals apart from these packaged survival meals, which is what you get when you first start. I think we'll go to zone and then growing. We'll add a growing zone. We don't need a too big growing zone. Remember, most of this is going to get changed anyway. But we'll just have a little growing zone about there. 8 by 5, that's no problem. And we will set it to growing of potatoes. Yeah, potatoes is the classic one. There's loads more new recipes though. Well, not recipes, I guess. Plants. Yeah, plants and trees and things and whatnot. Potato plant, corn plant, rice, strawberry, all the typical stuff. Then it goes down to rose and daylilies and dandelions and all sorts. Loads of stuff. Right. I need to go to, I think... What do I need? Meal resource. Let's go to production. And we'll go for a butcher's table. And do you want a butcher's table? Yes, I do. But where do I want to put the butcher's table? This is just temporary. Butcher's table there. And then, actually no, we'll cancel that. We'll deconstruct that. Don't want that. Butcher's table there. And then a cook stove next to it there. Okay, there we go. So now we have butcher's table. So we can now butcher animals. Aha! And I think our first target is in sight. A nice tasty boar. Wild boar, tasty. What we need to do though is probably go to... Yeah, let's hunt it. Let's just click hunt. We'll set a hunt on that. And we'll unpause it. And good grief, there we go. Stripping just came out and is blattering away there. Now, he's not really... He's taken a while to actually take that boar out. There we go. The wild boar is now dead, poor thing. And we will go to, I think, structure. Wooden conduit wall. Along here. And then we'll put a door in. But then what we need to do is go to temperature, cooler, and set up a temperature. A cooler. Only in this room, okay? What we need to do is make a cooler to store the meat, okay? So that's now gone closed over. So you can see, when we do that, it will cool down this side. You can actually heat it up. Or rather, what the cooler does is take out heat. It'll suck out heat from one side and basically cool it and put it in the other side. So that there is technically trying to make the world cooler by heating up this room. Doesn't really work like that. Obviously you do have a heater, which is just it just heats everything up. I don't know why they've made coolers like that. I don't know why. Obviously you got a campfire which does the same sort of thing, but I don't know why they've made a heater where it heats things up and then you can place it anywhere, but a cooler you have to place like that. I don't know why they're using just in this in the sort of whole ecology of the game. You would think that you can have cryosleep, sarcophagi, and spaceships. You'd be able to create just like a cooling system. You wouldn't have to worry about with airflow. Anyway, let's just place that there. And that will then start cooling this room. What I'll do then, I'll go to zone, stockpile, put a stockpile in here. Like that. In fact, what I might do is actually I think I'll get rid of that butcher's table. And this thing here, this stockpile, we're going to change it. Priority will be, I say, important, okay? We don't want to have anything stored here apart from chunks. No, not chunks. I guess body parts. We'll store body parts in here. We want to store foods of raw food, I think. Raw food, meat. Corpses. Animal corpses. And... we might as well store all of our meals in here. All of our foods we can store in here. Don't need to store any raw resources. Animal corpses, that's all fine. Yeah, I think we're about right there. There we go. Obviously don't want to allow rotten. Body parts. Yep. don't know what butchered animals, what it's classed as. Either way, we'll leave it there and we'll see what happens. So, we're going to deconstruct the butcher's table because... here we go. Everyone knows that you don't want to stay on this rock for long, but strapping is suggesting that you give the colony a name anyway. What should it be called? What should we call it? We could call it generic colony, but don't know if that would be... GC, we're going to give it a Stargate designation. A Stargate designation, Stargate SG-1 was like B4X552, G4C 3310, stuff like that, right? So we're going to call it GC, generic colony, dash 009, because it's the first colony of Alpha 9. Excellent. Right. Job done. Let us just go to our production again, and we'll go to probably a... Yeah, I think we'll go to a butcher's table. Shove it in there, in that corner. We could, if we wanted to. If we wanted to, we could set up this room here. And... I don't really know what to do. All the food's going to get stored there. Let's add a bill to the butcher's table. Bills, add a bill, butcher crate. Actually, I don't think it is a good idea to have a butcher's table in there because you'll be working in that really horrible cold environment. So let's deconstruct that and rebuild it once more. Good job it doesn't cost a lot. Butcher table here. There we go. And then we need to add a bill of fine meal and we'll suspend it for the time being. Add a bill, butcher creature. We'll have that on, constantly do it. So that creature's going to get butchered. There you go. And it's going to go inside and you've got some meat. Right. So now what I want to do, click on our cooler, and you can see its target temperature is 21 degrees. I want to reduce that to... Can I actually make it a freezer? An actual freezing cold? I don't know if I can. I'm guessing I can. Ah, we got some people visiting. Ah. Hello, people. Group from the Skervaxia of the Valley are visiting the colony. Hello. Very good. I'm glad to see you here. Anyway, indoors that's 0 degrees. So that frozen won't spoil. Should I actually not just... Let's reset that and we'll then put it back down to, say, 11 degrees. It's a little bit too cold, that, isn't it? Not refrigerated, so it has to be... I don't know, I think 4 degrees C is about the right amount, isn't it? Refrigerated. That is classed as refrigerated. Okay. Slight problem here. We don't really have a lot of power. So we should probably resolve that by... Do we want to build a wind turbine? We could build a wind turbine somewhere. I don't know why you would not put it like that. I guess it's because the more open the area is on them boxes, requires a large space in front and behind for optimal airflow, yeah. So you can put it like that if you want, but you're not going to get optimal airflow. Let's place it about... we can't place it... Why can't we place it there? That's a marsh, that's why. What we can do then, though, we can capitalise on that being a marsh, because we'll never be able to build there. So we'll do that, and we're only really losing this back bit. That's alright, that seems to work for me. Right, we will drag the power cable along, connect it up, and as you see all the lights are flashing now. I do like that, that's really good. Let's go to our cook stove, and we will unsuspend the fine meal. Obviously we do have a butcher, sorry, we have a baker. A cooker? Baker? A cook. We have a cook. And he can cook a lavish meal. Very complex meal from a combination of raw meat and raw plant ingredients. Much of the ingredients are wasted. Don't like the sound of that. Let's cancel. Let's probably add a fine meal. Let's see what it says about that. Complex meal from a combination of raw meat and raw plant ingredients. Yeah. I think that's about right. Excellent. And we'll set that to do infinitely. There we go, because obviously it's going to store in here. Now that meat's going to be, that's going to last for quite a while. It goes up to about 9 days once we've got enough power. Wild boar has gone mad and will attack everybody it sees. Ah, more meat is coming our way. Excellent. Can you just go in the refrigerator and die of hypothermia in there? That would be fantastic if you would be so kind as to do that. Let us, we should probably build some defences, shouldn't we? What I do need to do, though, first, is go to our structure. Wooden wall, put that there. Wooden door, put that there. And then we'll claim that area. Orders, or is it zone, or is it claim? Don't know. There used to be like a claim thing. Claim. There we go. We've all claimed that now. Fantastic. So that's now claimed as ours. What I'm going to do is put, I think, a wooden bed in there. Like so. I'll just put the one in for now. We're out of wood again, so we'll go to orders. Chop wood. Chop all of that down there. Is there anything here? That thing isn't gone. A lot of wood around here that we can chop. There we go. Oh, now got a windmill up, look. Yeah. Oh, what the hell is that? Oh, the boar is attacking. Melee attack wild boar. And we'll attack that thing. This is weird. We'll move him back. We can't fire. Attack the wild boar. Come on. Just attack the wild boar. Oh my good grief. Everybody's getting hit. Health. Look at all this. Everyone's been gored. Right. Please take that thing out. Do it in. Have they done it in? Right, I think they've done it in. Right, sorted. They need to go back and actually do a bit of medical now. I think we'll get on with that. Strapping, what can he do? Can't really do a lot. You can do constructing and such, and repairing and mining. Mining is something we haven't really set up, so let's deal with that. Let's go to our architect tab and mine. We'll mine out this little bit here because we can see there's a bit of metal. And he's going to get on with that. What I also want to do is, we do have a medical person, surely we do. Doctor. We do have a bit of doctoring, but they are currently in bed anyway. Right. A villager named Harley has arrived and is joining the colony. She's a teacher. Excellent. Alright, good. That's a good start. Right, first things first then. I think we'll go for furniture, wooden bed, and we'll shove a wooden bed there. Excellent. So, we've got one colonist idle, which is... Oh, she's idle. So what does she do? Let's have a quick look. Can't really do a lot of doctoring. What about hunting and constructing? She doesn't really do any of this stuff. Very good at wardening. Cooking. Again, not very good at doctoring or anything like that. Crafting. We might as well put them on plant cutting and mining. I mean, you might as well do something. Repairing. Everybody should go on repairing, surely. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not Ingat. There's no point. Only one in there. We'll leave it there. Right. So, we need some treatment for these people here. We need a person who's doing doctoring. Ah, wait, we need for her to get up. Because obviously, yeah, a little bit wounded. There we go. They've got up, and now they'll probably do a bit of doctoring. Nope, they're going to start chopping some trees down. Okay, fine, whatever. What I do need to check is... There's the other bed up. That's all sorted. That bed there is going to be for prisoners. What I do need to get up is probably some defences. We'll probably get some of them up. But I think we'll leave it there, actually, because we're getting on now. And I think this is a good start. I think this is a very good start. We've got our refrigeration unit sorted, and that's going to cool the meat down. As you can see, it is spoils in 7.8 days. So that's half the spoil rate, which is good. We need to just add another bill on the butcher table. Actually, it was already there, so that's fine. Forever. There we go. And... yeah, we are doing alright. This is inside. We need to put some wooden flooring or something in here and get that sorted. But basically, we're doing alright. Apart from the health of some of the colonists, obviously we've got some scars. They're in a little bit of pain and such. That'll be resolved in a bit. But yeah, for the most part, not a bad start. As always, though, this is a construction series, so comments in the comments, and that will affect how we progress and how we play. The plan in general is to basically build the biggest colony we can, or rather the best colony we can. I really do want to investigate in there, but you can guarantee it's cryo-sleep sarcophagi, and we do not want to open that without getting a good sort of idea on how, you know, aggressive we can be if we need to be, or defensive, I guess we need to. Probably the best thing to do is to build some defenses around here, like guns and sentry guns, and they have a big wall, then open that and wait for them to come out. But we'll see how that goes. That's very far in the future. For the moment, it's just about not dying of starvation. As always, comments in the comments. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.